Hey, there you are. Hello. Whatever works for you, man. I don't care. I just got back not too long ago. Let's see, I'm at power level 49 now. Uh, Mostly just need another sword and a headpiece. No, I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. How do I do that? What's better to do? So I don't know. Yeah, I want other people to join, so what's the best way to do that? It's fine. It's annoying when they don't skip it, but everybody plays these games for different reasons, so... It's fine. Leave it as is, then. Yeah, this game has crossplay, so I don't quite know how this works. Yeah, I'm too weak to do that one. Oh, okay, I will after this one. Sorry, I don't know how to do this. Bear with me here. We'll get you in on the next one. Sorry. I have no idea how this works. It's got crossplay too, so it's even more confusing. Just give me a little bit. Do this once, and then we'll get you in. Sorry. Didn't mean to ditch you. I thought you were joining. I can't get the launcher to work in this game. It's like I push it and he doesn't launch. It's like the worst part of the controls in this game. I can't get him to do it, he does it sometimes. Can't it just be a DMC input? He doesn't do it, it's so frustrating. The controls are janky. Yeah, they need to fix that. That seems far more reliable. They need to, unjankify those controls, I'll say that much. Shouldn't be fighting with controls in a game like this. A character should do what you tell them to do every time. What did I think of the state of play? Valkyrie profile I'll get. What else? Pretty much just that. Maybe the Turtles collection, but I know a lot of those games are really bad because I grew up with them. They don't hold up. They weren't good when they came out. We'll see. Nothing really groundbreaking for me except the Valkyrie profile 3. I'll definitely get that. Well, I'm just glad they have the home version of Turtles in Time. I'm glad they have that. I'm glad they have Hyperstone Heist, because the arcade Turtles games are terrible. They're shitty beat-em-ups. They're just like X-Men. X-Men's a shitty beat-em-up too. It's just a lot easier to forgive it when you're like 6 years old and playing it at Chuck E. Cheese, but you like actually played beat-em-up since then, or even just like a couple years later with Turtles in Time. Like, those games are not good. Konami's beat-em-ups were not good mechanically. They just looked nice. They had great music, and they had IPs that kids loved. They had Turtles, and they had X-Men. They're shitty beat-em-ups. They're just quarter munchers. Not really designed to be 1cc. I think a lot of people who aren't that into beat-em-ups don't realize that the arcade versions are worse. Mechanically, they're way worse. Yeah, exactly. They did that on purpose so that you couldn't get too good at it. Arcade developers did a lot of things to like make sure you couldn't get too good at a game. There's a lot of science to it, really. You know, like they would tell I think they would tell the arcade owners, like, this is how long an average person can play on 1 credit. They had to balance it so, like, you don't die in, like, the first minute. You get, like, at least a couple minutes of gameplay just trying it, not being, like, sweaty hardcore at the game. But then Konami took it the extra mile and made the throws and stuff random, and the hit stun is random, so you can still 1cc those games, but you have to play in, like, really weird ways. And you don't have as much control over it as, like, something like Final Fight or Cadillacs. Those kinds of games. Pretty much all the ones Capcom made. A lot of American arcade games too were like that as well. They did not have the Japanese design philosophy. It's just like, just milk these kids for their money. Like, it's either impossible or highly implausible that you can get good enough at it, because they have systems in place that essentially make the game cheat. American games did that a lot. Midway did that a lot too. Hold on a minute. I want to go back to this layout, but I have to add a bunch of sources, so hold on. Revolution X is one. That's one that you can't 1cc it. The Terminator 2 game from them as well. You can't 1cc that game either. They're scumbags, really. Because as a kid, you don't have that kind of insight to know, like, you don't have that insight to know, like, okay, you know, this game is made by Americans, and they're trying to screw these kids out of their money. They don't have that kind of insight. Okay, so what should I do to level up my power? 'Cause I'm at 49 right now. Yes, the arcade Turtles in Time has the Konami jank where the hit stun is random. The throws are random. Essentially, you have very little control over how you react with the enemies. They can just get out of hit stun whenever they want. So, it has a completely different feeling from, like, Final Fight and stuff. Games are out around that time. The Simpsons is another one. They do that a lot in The Simpsons, too. You can't control your character that much. X-Men, they're all like that. But in the SNES one, they made it into, like, a legit beat-em-up. Turtles in Time is one of the best SNES beat-em-ups, really. It actually is, like, one of the best ones. But you wouldn't know that if you played the arcade one. The arcade one is just a hot mess. It's just a nice-looking quarter muncher. Those were the NFTs we had as kids. My generation. Those were the NFTs and crypto we had as kids, was going to the arcade with your friends and they'd pick out, like, Revolution X or something, and you can't get good at that game. It's not possible. It doesn't matter how good you are at games as a kid. Like, those games are designed to, like, so that you can't get good at them. They basically were scams, yeah. You go to, I remember going to Chuck E. Cheese and playing X-Men, and me and a bunch of the other kids, we, like, burnt through all our quarters, our tokens playing that game. Would have been better off playing something else. Alright, I can't hurt anything, so this is up to you, I guess. Yeah, they changed the mechanics in the console one. The hit stun.
That's quite a treasure.
The hit stun works consistently. You can throw the enemies pretty much whenever you want to. So it actually plays like a competent video game and not a quarter muncher. I remember when they remastered X-Men, people kind of got used to that. like, that game is not as good as you remember it. Trust me, it's not. I listen to the soundtrack on that game a lot when I'm out exercising. I have, like, no desire to play that game again. Also, for the American versions of those games, a lot of times they made them harder. Metamorphic Forces one. I play that game on my kitty sitting stream sometimes. The Japanese ROM, the health doesn't deplete, but on the American one it does. I don't think you can 1cc the American one. You might be able to, I'm not sure.
It's all up to you.
got some good stuff.
Be careful. It's all up to you. Something seems amiss.
That's also why SNK boss syndrome is a thing, because basically it was a way for a King of Fighters game to make money, even if no one's playing. Because, you know, ideally if the game is successful, you know, people were playing on it. You know, I grew up in the arcades, that's why I like stuff like this that's just no bullshit, just gameplay. If a fighting game was successful, people were on it pretty much until the arcade closed. Especially like peak hours after people got off work and stuff. But by having the bullshit bosses, it made it so that people would still quarter munch, even though nobody was actually competitive at the time.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
It's just weird because Capcom didn't have that philosophy with their fighting games. Their bosses were pretty fair most of the time. SNK was smarter about it. They knew how to get money out of people, even if the arcade didn't have a lot of competitive players there. But that's pretty much why that exists. You get bodied by like Gonits or something and put another quarter in. They're making more money. They're making more money than somebody being good at the game and like staying on it all night. There's a lot of science to that stuff. People like complain about loot boxes. Like, they've been doing that since the arcade days. It's just less subtle. It's more subtle back then. Like, most arcade games are designed like in a very particular way. Even if you got good at them, a lot of them, like Final Fight, like sometimes your credit will just end. I never wanted to be like, you can get too good at this game and just like play for like the entire arcade shift. Their entire business hours on like $5. They don't want you to do that. It has to be at least challenging, but pretty much anything that came from America, they didn't even want you to do that. They had like things in place that you could not get that good at the game.
Marvelous. I've got a bad feeling about this.
If anything, loot boxes are more upfront than arcade games are. Ironically, they really are when you think about it. Because by law, they have to tell you, like, what the rates are. It's like, okay, you can play this game for free, but you have, like, a 1.5% chance of getting this character. Whereas you went to the arcade as a kid, they didn't tell you, like, okay, you're playing Terminator 2, you can't be good at this game. It is literally impossible. It looks like it looks like a game of skill, but it's not. You have to keep putting money in the machine. Arcades were a lot more scummy, in my opinion. Some games were. Double Dragon 3 is like a OG gacha game because you could buy power-ups with real money. That game is a pioneer. At the beginning of the game, you could just buy like a bunch of upgrades and stuff, but you can only do it with real money. That game is terrible, but it's got its place in history because of that. That game is like early 90s. Basically pay to win. What's up, Gro? Grow, I was saying that it's, that game is a pioneer, because it's like the first pay-to-win game. Because you could buy power-ups with real money. Pioneer. First of its kind.
Marvelous. In June, one thinks of weddings, but we're already something much closer. Oh, I'm joking.
Oh wow, that's a pretty fat upgrade. The pants, at least. The pants and the hammer. That should help quite a bit. Let me go put those on and we'll go back in.
Do be careful.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. It's up to you. You can leave if you want. Might just make this faster, though. It's up to you. I don't know what I'm doing. Might as well just do it, I guess. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. And just plow through the rest. That just kills me right away. Alright.
Come back.
I can't get out. Come on. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the game. Yeah, just bathe in the lava. I need one that's just a straight room. There's no running. So I'm gonna finish this. I die in one hit. Wow, I can't even touch those. Just get tickled by everything, I just die. I don't know how I feel about this game's power system.
Do be careful.
Go! You, come on! Why does that thing just kill me right away? Ugh. The power number is like everything in this game. It's like need a shorter level. This level's too long.
There's a rare foe indeed.
I can't do anything. Why does the power level have to matter so much? I can't even fight.
Be careful. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, he's power leveling me right now. But the power level in this game is mechanic in this game is if you're too low, you do no damage and you die pretty much if somebody taps you on the shoulder. So that's why this is happening. The game's not supposed to be this hard. We're just trying to get this done tonight. Jeez, these guys have like pinpoint accuracy. can't even damage this. Power system in this game is... I don't know how to feel about it. A little too overbearing, I guess would be the word for it. This is so stupid. Why does it... the stage gimmicks, I can't even, like, go into those. It's so dumb. I wish there was just, like, one that was just a room without all the jumping and stuff. This is stupid. Why does it, like, influence everything? You can't even break the money chests. This is dumb. I just want this level to be over. I can't get up. He won't do anything. Come on. This is stupid, man. Why isn't there just... Is there one that's just a straight room? Ah, I can't move. Oh, I'm back. I didn't see that. This guy's... Kaizo Mario. Don't even bother resurrecting me. I'm gonna crawl over to the boss. Come on, dude, let's fight. You've got a bullshit stat mechanic on your side. Yeah. I'm coming for you. This is like that guy that beat Mario 64 by crawling, and it took like 15 hours or something. That's how I feel right now. The crawlathon. Yeah, I'm coming for you, man. Yep. Someone call life alert. Be careful, if I get anywhere near those things, I die. Yeah, I got it downloaded. I'll check that out later tonight. Playing this first. I already bought the game though. I already bought it. Bought it yesterday.
It's all up to you.
It's already been purchased. It's just I'm a PC player, so I don't get the privilege of a demo. The audacity of me wanting to test out a game before buying it on my computer. No, I don't get that. I don't get that luxury. Gotta play on the shitty PS4 to try the game. Great feeling. But yeah, I did buy it. I bought it on PC last night.
Naturally.
Oh, that didn't give me much of anything. Okay. Yeah, I thought that would give me like a big power increase, but it didn't. Well, there, it's 53 now. That should help quite a bit. So just do the story now is what you're saying? Alright, well, let me go to the bathroom. You can go ahead and load in if you want.
Do be careful.
Well, I don't get that because I'm on PC. They never give us PC demos. They're so scared of data mining. I'm getting really tired of it, honestly. Sometimes I feel like I don't matter because I game on PC. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that a lot. It gets frustrating. The system requirements are the same as Neo 2, so I shouldn't have any problems running it unless it's a bad port. Who knows if it is, though.
It's all up to you. Something's there. I feel it. I've got a bad feeling about this. Victory is yours.
Alright, one moment. I gotta reply to a message. Alright, let's see if I got any upgrades. Okay, that's a big upgrade. There. It's mostly these. How much more story is left? Just for future reference, 'cause I have no idea. I haven't really watched much of this game. That's a skirmish. So no, the power level requirement is 70, so I must be close. Oh wait, it looks like I have to talk to somebody. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just finish it.
It's Pygmalion. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear?
That area is full of ancient Babylonian traps, still working. They fire small balls of lead.
Small balls of lead? Like slingshot pellets?
After a fashion. But getting hit by one of those will leave you with a hole in the body.
Delightful.
One of those death traps sets its sights on you. Hide, and don't poke your head out.
So what should I do? Just plan on hiding here forever?
You won't need to do that. After firing, the trap will eventually need to reload. Just move it, looking right in. Then crush it when you get close.
That sounds like a game I can't afford to lose.
Good old turret section. Always welcome. Remember when they did this in Bayonetta at the end? Random turret section. Right around the time you get stuck in an auto-scroller. Nauseating shmup. Definitely the highlight of that game, right? That's what you get nostalgic for. Shoutouts to when you dodge in that minigame. The whole camera rotates. There's probably some people that like physically can't do that minigame. I would not be surprised. I don't have any kind of visual disability, but I remember being pretty disoriented back when that game came out.
Marvelous. Look around you.
What is this, Call of Duty now? Like, what's going on here? Random. Normandy. Absolutely no lore implication that they have guns in this universe, but now they're just everywhere because you have to have that kind of thing in a melee action game. Unspoken law. This is one of those levels you never play again, pretty much. Someone on the dev team really liked that Bayonetta minigame. Only good thing about the minigames in that game was the music. Carried by the music, pretty much. It had Afterburner and Space Harrier covers. One saving grace.
Naturally.
It literally is just Call of Duty. Really random. It hasn't made me do a minigame. It's not bad at all. I just feel it's a little random. The PGR does that too. I was playing that earlier today. Random like bike mini games and stuff. Like not even a good bike mini game. Just like it's just there.
Away with you.
difference with that is that it's a mobile game, so they can't really, they can't overstay their welcome. The levels have to be, like, being able to be cleared in, like, 3 to 4 minutes. It's, like, not that bad in that game. I think, Bayonetta 1 is, like, the worst that kind of thing gets. Those auto-scrollers go on forever. Novelty wears off really fast, but you're still stuck in it for, like, another 10-15 minutes. Yeah. Hideki Kamiya is a great director, but I swear that guy is tone deaf to, like, the length that minigames should be. They should not be that long. They shouldn't even be challenging, really. Because you're asking somebody to be proficient at something that the game was not advertised as being.
It's all up to you.
It's like having a visual novel with, like, a Kaizo Mario. Kaizo Mario, or, like, I want to be the guy level. It's like, well, the people who bought that didn't expect to need to have to do that, so I'm sure there's probably some people that would like it, but most would hate it. And Kamiya has, like, no filter on that kind of stuff at all. That's why I didn't like the Wonderful 101. Way too many minigames in that. It's, like, really just overbearing.
Be careful. I'm sensing something dangerous.
all the Call of Duty shit going on. It really was just like Call of Duty level. These dudes on turrets just shooting. The blessing of Rambo, infinite ammo. Ugh. A little awkward. I don't know. This game's been pretty light on gimmicks. But it's Platinum. They gotta put that shit in there sometime. Yeah, it doesn't seem like these people have like any kind of modern technology, so it really is just kind of there. This game doesn't have a lot of the stuff that Platinum normally has, so I'll give it a pass. I have not had to ride a bike or a missile for 20 minutes. I have not had to do that yet, so the game's not on the shit list. Let's just put it that way. this big guy. I hate this attack. It's really annoying to deal with. Stays on the screen too long. Like everything he does is a hitbox.
I'm waiting.
Just keep putting those annoying rings out. Just keep doing it. I get tired. I think these guys are obnoxious.
June, one thinks of weddings, but we're already something much closer. Oh, I'm joking.
No, I had to talk to somebody, I guess. Yeah, I was right. I was wondering why there was nothing new there. Oh, this is it, huh? Is this the end right here? Sure hope it is. Or is there more after this? Okay. Yeah, we'll finish this. I'm downloading the PGR update right now. Back to doing no damage again. kind of why I want this story to be over. I want it to be over already. Looking Final World-ish to me. Doing poop damage again. Hopefully it drops some upgrades. I don't mind a forced grind, it's just... The problem with it in this game is that, this game doesn't scale very well for solo play.
Marvelous.
You.
Come on, man, just get up there, dude. Jumping is not this game's strong suit. Doesn't feel very good. You know how it is. Whenever a game does not have good jumping platforming, they gotta give you a lot of it. War for Wakanda expansion in Avengers was like that too. Jumping in that game feels so floaty and imprecise, but they need to shove it down your throat. Reasons I don't quite understand. I honestly think that's worse than arbitrary puzzles, in my opinion. They force it on you.
Marvelous. Naturally.
Does it want me to talk to somebody? So this game could be a little bit more clear. Sometimes it's just like, oh, they need to tell you like one sentence. Sorry. Alright, well I'm at 58 now. Might actually be able to do some damage for once. Never mind. It wants 65. Sorry.
Stay on your guard.
Still doing 0 damage. I can't fight. I love this mechanic. I want to fight and help, but I can't. The game doesn't let me because my number isn't high enough. But I guess when your game has barely any hits done, you can't do it the normal way. KOF All-Star, if you have low power, they kind of do this mechanic too, but it depends on the mode. The damage scales down. It's a lot less drastic in that game. This game is kind of just, you don't meet their arbitrary requirements, you can't fight at all. It's like, you're just a dead weight, like Nero.
Who's there?
Strange design. Especially because it's like partially random if you get something that will increase the number. You get punished for it really hard. Like, you can't play the game. If this game manages to somehow save itself, I'm sure they'll probably do it. A lot of other service games do. They make the leveling easier. The only problem with that in this game is there's no pay to win in this game, so I don't know how motivated they would be to do that, really. So I mean, that's why like DFO and stuff they made leveling so easy, because they're not making money off people, level 20 people. They're making money off people that are trying to do the raids and stuff, and max out their characters. But this game kind of doesn't really have those systems in place, so... I think they just need to, make the power level deficit less strict, and, lower the scaling when you solo. I think this game would be a lot of fun to play through. Definitely very flawed the way it is now.
Be careful. I'm sensing something dangerous. I'm proud of you. Naturally.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Sage? You doing okay? I know things have been hard for you lately. Hope things get better. You don't have a warranty on the phone? No, there's no booty call bots tonight. There were earlier today. I streamed earlier today. They're on lunch break. The bots or whatever. I have plenty of mods in here now. They take care of them for me. It's whatever. My old phone was like that. It was falling apart. Yeah, it's probably infected. I've had that happen to me. Luckily, it's pretty painless to get rid of, but you can't ignore it for too long. It can cause problems if you don't. I had that happen to me, I think, last year. I had an infection in there. Pretty painless. And I have, like, major anxiety, so when I say it's painless, it is painless. Just gotta take care of it pretty easily. Pretty minor procedure. Yeah, you need to. I'm being serious. You need to get that taken care of. You can't let it linger too long, otherwise it's pretty minor. I had it happen to me, and I'm fine. Yeah, you need to make that a priority. I'm being serious. Whatever you need to do. PGR is taking so damn long to update. It's throttling my download speed. Taking me back to DNF days. I need to play that tonight. Fucking update takes too long.
Naturally.
Guess I'm not doing PGR tonight. Unless stops throttling my bandwidth. I don't miss the snow at all. I know how bad the snow is because I'm from the East Coast originally. I've just been in California for most of my life. Pretty much since I was like 11. I've been over here. I don't miss the snow at all. The only benefit to the snow for me was when I was a kid that they would give us snow days. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to update right now. It's taking forever. I'm gonna try the Final Fantasy demo after this.
Marvelous.
What's the consensus on Pu Lao? She's pretty cool. I don't know how good she is though. The count on that version is pretty handicapped. She's kind of hard to use. I'm still like not quite used to it yet. Yeah, I have Alpha on the CN account. I don't have Rosetta, but I have Rosetta on Global. Just need to get her resonances. I got her weapon. I just need the resonances. I don't have S-Liv though. I don't have Liv Luminance. I've heard that you need her for the team of Rosetta and Alpha, but I don't have her yet. I have to wait.
Victory is yours.
Probably come back around again soon. Hey, what? That sucks. So then, are the Nier characters overpowered? Ah. I don't know, PGR has barely any power creep. A little bit's fine. And keep in mind, I come from KOF All-Star. That game has the worst power creep. As long as they're not completely useless, because that's how they do power creep in that game. Is just your character's more than like a couple months old. They've already been replaced. And they don't do that in PGR, so I don't think that bothers me that much. But yeah, I do think that's kind of a half-assed way of nerfing a character. Like, your character's just worse, and no amount of skill will make that better. That's not fun. Hey, the game kicked me out. Is my stream still up? This game's not working. It gives. hate when this happens. Okay, so my stream did not go down. It might have been like a brief spike or something. Let me get back in the game. Sorry. Yeah, it's like not loading at all. It's just stuck. The anti-cheat won't load. It's great. I was almost done with this game. It's gotta do this shit. It's really annoying. Alright. This game is so hammered, right? There's so many people playing. it's, it's Lost Ark. I thought maybe I had an outage or something, but it doesn't seem like that's what it is. There's millions of people playing this game. It's intensely popular. Servers just couldn't handle one more person playing. You know, this game had the opposite of an MMO launch. Everything worked perfectly. It's just the day it came out, they went into random, like, 3-hour maintenance. Like, nobody was playing it. No, that's a joke. There's no one playing this game. I was joking. Gotham Knights. I haven't heard of that game in ages. That game's been vaporware for ages, hasn't it? Didn't they announce that game like 3 years ago or something? That game's been vaporware. I'm not sure that would be for me. I probably would not like that game. Just a hunch. I haven't seen anything on it though. I just remember they announced that game like before the pandemic. It's like still not out. Dude, what is going on with this? Ugh. Just work. Dude, there's like 3 people playing this game. I just want to fucking finish this today. God, why does it have to do this now? What the fuck is wrong with this? Work. It waits until like the last like 20 minutes of gameplay to finish this never-ending story. And then it just stops working. Really obnoxious. I can't wait another couple minutes. So irritating. Like, just work. I don't know if it's my internet or what. It's really pissing me off, though. Why does it have to do this now? Freaking like midnight over here. How can they like be? It might actually be my internet. I don't know. What happens if I like load Twitch right now? Hold on. No, that thing's using like 200 kilobytes. That's not that. Ugh. It takes so goddamn long to get back into. I miss when you just turned on games and they just loaded right away. Now everything takes fucking forever. You gotta sit through anti-cheat and loading and like all this other stuff. Just let me fucking play. Please work. There's no one playing this game. How can their servers have any kind of problem? This game is not popular. Just work. Come on, load! God, it takes like so long to get into any game now. What the fuck is wrong with this? Just fucking work. Come on! Yes, I know. Work, please. Jeez. Randomly just stops working for no reason. God damn, man. Like, what the hell? I wish this NPC would not talk so much. Why do you need, like, 6 text boxes to like, get to the menu? Why does there need to be an NPC there at all? I just want to hit the button and get to the quest. Not mash through a bunch of text. See if the game will work this time. I don't know. Too lazy to check. We'll see if it'll hold out for a little bit longer. It seems to be fine now.
Stay on your guard.
Go!
It's possible that downloading the PGR update was fucking with my internet somehow. I doubt it. I turned it off for now. I have no idea. Sometimes these things just happen. 'Cause I'm gonna try the Final Fantasy demo after this. I'm not allowed to play that game on PC. I'm a lowly PC player. Never allowed to try out a game on PC. Gotta just buy it blind. They're so terrified of data mining. No one's even really hyping up that game at all. Why the fuck do you care?
I'm proud of you.
That game looks really solid. I can't wait for it to come out. Another week to go. Well, it's more like 6 days. I can't even break this power level. I literally cannot get through this. That's probably why they put this here. The forced grind in this game feels really bad. I'm not gonna lie. The game's not even clear that like you can't just go through the game and play it like a normal campaign in any kind of game. You have to grind. You can't treat it like an RPG speedrun and do it at like a lower level. You can't do that. The power level mechanic ensures that you can't do that. You have to grind. You have to grind or get somebody to help you. Those are your two options. You can't do any Giga Chad stuff like beat the game like 30 levels under. You won't do any damage. I mean, literally 0 damage. That's what I'm doing right now. I think it's kind of dumb, honestly. Should have some kind of damage deficit, but like not completely make it so you hit something and they take no damage. That's dumb. Feel like maybe they were trying to like gate the content or something. It's not until you're like halfway through either where it starts to get like that, where you get another mission to go on, but you can't do it without grinding. It's better than Avengers, though. Avengers was like, they had that too, but the enemies scaled with you, so until you actually got a build, whatever you wanted to build into, you never felt like you were getting stronger at all. Like, really poorly designed. It's always really risky to make enemies scale with the player's power level, but I think it's pretty whack when it's like this game where it's just you don't get the things you need. You can't do anything. You literally are useless. Yes, but the level it gives you is random, and it removes any kind of thought from making a build until you get to the end, because you need to make the number go up. You cannot ignore it. Avengers was pretty much you needed to make the number go up, but it made absolutely no difference. The only time it made a difference was at the end game. Pretty much like when you already maxed out the level, and at that point you're actually putting on stuff that does make you do more damage. But other than that, you were none of it mattered. There was no decision making whatsoever. They still scale pretty hard. I call it Terranigma mechanics because that game had the exact same thing. But because it's a game from the 90s, it didn't tell you that. But basically in that game, every area in the game had a hidden level threshold. And if you weren't at that threshold, you would do 1 damage. But what was stupid about it is if you got over that threshold by literally 1 level, you would do like crazy damage. Or you would do normal damage. And then if you got like 1 more level, if you did some grinding, you would just kill everything instantly. The game never tells you that either. You're never told that at all. But basically that entire game, basically you are forced to grind. So much that the speedrun for that game, there's parts where they grind for like 10 minutes, as it's literally impossible to do it otherwise. They find spots with respawning enemies and they kill them for like 10 minutes. Really weird design. It's weird how we still have games like this that do that. 'Cause I thought that was dumb. I played that game like, oh, come on! Is it still up or what? It might be my internet. I don't know. This is so annoying. This level won't end. Put a fucking auto-scroller in there. There's no saving. It's pissing me off. I just want to be done with this. So annoying. Like, why can't I just stay in the game? Like, this fucking level is too long. I'm about to just give up on this time. I'm so close to being done. Stupid game won't work. It's so stupid that it can just kick you out like that. Why does everything need to connect to a server? I really miss you just turn on a game and it would just work. I'm like not even wanting to go back into the game right now. Just gonna fucking do it again. The level has so many goddamn auto-scrollers, I can't finish it. It's aggravating. I don't know if I want to go back into it. Might be like packet loss or something, but I don't know. It's not wanting to work. The level is almost over too. It waits till like the last possible second to do that. Really grinds my gears. Might be some kind of internet problem. Really fucking annoying. I think I should not play that anymore tonight. Like, it actually does seem like it's some kind of internet problem. Unless everything has to connect to a goddamn server. So fucking annoying. That's what I hate about modern games, is everything has to connect to a server. And it takes so fucking long to load anything. I've been gaming since the 80s. I miss when you could just, like, turn a cartridge on and just play, like, right away. Now everything does this stuff. It's really annoying. Hold on. We're not going to play that anymore tonight. I don't think it's wise to. I don't know if it's the game or the internet or what. It's possible it could be the game. I mean, I don't know. My internet is still up. This thing better not bark at me to update. I'm gonna be pissed. Watch, this is gonna ask me to connect to a server. Yeah, sorry man. I don't know what's going on right now. I have no idea. God, it's starting to really stress me out. I can't even play this! God, just let me play. God damn. Why do I need to connect to a server to play this? It's a single player game. Come on. Yeah, something's seriously wrong with my internet right now. Oh my god, I can't even try this. Why does a single player game need to connect to the internet? God, so annoying. I can't play a single player game because it needs to connect to the internet for some reason. Yeah, sorry man. Sorry for wasting your time. It's out of my control. Something's wrong with the internet. Picked a great time to do this. Couldn't do this while I was gone like most of today. Nope, just gotta do it now. Really annoying. I can't even play this. Why the fuck does this need to connect to the internet? Like, seriously. Doesn't make any damn sense. Soon you're gonna need an internet connection and fiber internet to play fucking solitaire. The rate gaming is going lately. Sorry, you need to buy PS Plus to play solitaire. Like, no, fuck off. Just go play old games on my phone. I don't need the internet for that. Waiting for solitaire. Need online. Sorry, I need PS Plus to play solitaire. Oh god, this frame rate. This looks terrible. Ah, I hate the PS4. hate this fucking crappy machine. Can't run anything. This frame rate is terrible. Why the fuck can't I play this on PC? To blue ball you so hard. Sorry, you can't play this on PC. Why? Stuck on the crappy PS4. PS4 is a terrible console. Change the controls. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Try out the game at least. Does anyone remember when Diablo 3 came out? And this was like the base game where they didn't have the expansions and the rifts and stuff. Remember when that game came out? You had to connect. You had to connect to a server. The game didn't work for like a week. That happened with that SimCity reboot too. Same thing. You couldn't play that game when it came out because their server couldn't handle it. It's like, thanks. It's not lock 60. It's also the dynamic resolution's really bad. You can tell it's really struggling to run this. It doesn't matter though, I already bought it on PC. Uh, it was mostly okay. Mostly okay, I would say. Definitely playable. I wouldn't call it ideal, though. Not at all. Especially in a three-player party in the picture scroll missions, that shit was a slideshow. I don't know, there's only so much that can be done with such old hardware. I'm pretty sure modern game devs are tired of having to make stuff for PS4 and Xbox One, but the current world situation makes it so they can't ignore it. I'm sure they want to just say we're not making games for it anymore, but this generation is it's been going on a long time. It's too hard to get the new consoles. Even that what was that game called Exo Primal? That's going to be on PS4. Can you imagine how badly that's going to run? That game looks totally next gen. Like having big areas with no loading and then lots of characters on the screen. How the hell is that going to run on PS4? Like, dude, I bet the Japanese dudes sitting down working on that game right now are like, man, I wish we could just like not support that console anymore, but from a financial standpoint, they have to. The problem is what's happening right now is they're not showing these games running on the PS4. They're showing them running on PS5 and PC, which is exactly why the Cyberpunk fiasco happened. They were only showing that game running on PC. So now you have this thing going on where it's like, yes, you can play it. Yes, you can play it on your old consoles, but they're not really putting a lot of effort into it anymore. It's like an obligation at this point, which sucks. I mean, I don't have a new console. I don't want to sound like I'm rich or anything. I'm not. I don't have them either. But the developers are in a pretty shitty situation right now, in my opinion. Its hardware was very weak when it came out, and now it's just worse. Like, PS4 or Xbox One shortage was nowhere near as bad. And they did move on from PS3 and Xbox 360 pretty quickly. Oh, there's no game sound? No, dude, that's easy to fix. Here you go. I think this generation's going to be pretty awkward. There's probably not going to be many exclusives for like at least another 2-3 years. I think this next generation is going to last even longer. This one's been going almost 10 years. Isn't that crazy? This generation started in 2013. There's still games on these. Pretty much the longest generation yet. Actually, yeah, this generation, think about this for a second. Generations for game consoles used to be 5 years. 5 years on average, maybe 6. But this generation's going to go on for a decade. Because they've already announced games coming out next year that's still going to run on this. It must really suck for the dev teams. It's just like, as much as we complain about it, they are trying. It's just, The hardware is old. It wasn't really that great even when it came out, and you still have to make games for it. But this generation's in a really awkward spot. The transitional period is not happening as intended because of the pandemic and the chip shortage. This is going to be pretty much the longest generation in video game history. This gen and last gen going to be like the longest ones. PS5 is probably going to be like halfway through its lifespan by the time that it gets exclusive games. It's already kind of there, really.
There you go. Let's knock him down. All right. That was close. Time to go to work. Now then, let's get ourselves together.
Last gen was, let's see, last gen was 7 years. This gen is on its 9th year, so gotta think about that for a second. And I predict a lot more cyberpunk situations coming.
Keep it up, everyone.
I don't think that game was the last of it. They're already kind of doing
one
that.
down there.
Let's.
Actually, this game right here is a good example. This game's always been last gen supported, but this is the first time they've shown this version. They've only shown the current gen one.
Down.
Luckily, this game is not cyberpunk. It's not running that great, but it's more than playable. I just feel as consumers we're about to get like a lot less honesty. Like they won't show PS4 and Xbox One versions of games.
Damn, where does all that darkness come from?
A monster just popped out of there!
Guess the darkness wasn't bad enough. Not off to a good start.
Come on, we can do this!
Getting sloppy.
Well, that's pretty much what Xbox is, Sage.
Nice one.
I know
Jack.
people like to make
Let's
fun
see
of the
what
Xbox,
secrets
but
this
the
place is
Xbox
hiding.
Xbox is the best console to have if you want to play old
Time
games.
to spot to rest.
Let's have a look.
They have stuff going back to the original Xbox. You can buy them and still play them. It's just Sony and Nintendo don't give two shits about it, so... But yeah, the Xbox is already pretty much exactly what you're saying. It has been for a while. Xbox is kind of a meme in terms of like how few exclusive games it has, but you actually own your stuff on there for the most part. The Xbox Series
See
X
what's
can
inside, Jack.
play Xbox original games from like 20 years ago. You can't play all of them, yes, but most of the ones you would actually want to play. Like, that's way better than what Sony and Nintendo's doing. It's not perfect.
Time for a change. Let's see how much fire that thing can eat.
It's gonna blow!
Okay.
Watch yourself!
Wasn't much of a fight.
Victory was guaranteed. Up ahead!
Stay out of the flames, unless you want to get cooked.
Let's find another way around. Let's do this.
Were those cubes?
Better not forget where it is.
No, the reason why is because the PS3, the way that they did backwards compatibility is they literally put the PS2 hardware in there, which is why it was $600. But then they stopped doing that because the PS3 did really poorly compared to the Xbox and the Wii. It was a pretty distant third place. But the only other way you can do it is to emulate it, and the consoles aren't powerful enough to emulate it. Even computers like mine have problems emulating PS3 stuff. The problem is that it's too expensive. PS5 would cost like probably a lot more money. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. The fat PS2s, the one that looked like George Foreman grills, actually had the complete PS2 hardware in there. Which is why the ones after that didn't have it, because they took that out to save money. I think the Xbox, I think they do it with emulation.
Time for a change.
Yeah, the Switch was the end of backwards compatibility, pretty much, for Nintendo. That was the last one they put out that had it. The Wii U was the last one. Same thing. The Wii was actually like that too.
Have to get through those flames.
Water might do the trick.
Dude, I don't want to do that. Just walk through it. Fuck that, man.
And it's gonna hurt.
Let's go.
I don't stand a chance.
Not dead yet.
All right. Whatever doesn't kill you.
A win is a win. Treasure, huh? More of those. That solves that.
Really is that. Warm welcome.
Come on, follow me.
This frame rate's actually making me feel really sick.
Okay.
Not a fan of this console at all. I don't like it.
We got company.
Struggles to run even this game. This game with this graphics runs like this. Drops frames so much. Feels awful.
Jack!
Can't be.
I'm done with this. I'll play it more when it releases. Frame rate is triggering me. It keeps dropping to like 30 and 40 every couple seconds. It's awful. That's my fault because I have a base PS4, but I'm tired of that shit. I need a PC demo, but I don't deserve one because I don't play on PlayStation. I'm not worthy. It's like Wayne's World. It's money. Money is the reason. I was just talking about this. They don't want to make games for PS4 anymore. They don't. But the current situation with chip shortage, it forces them to. That's pretty much what it is. It didn't used to be like this. It used to be like NES to Super Nintendo was 5 years, right? Well, 5.5, 6 years. NES to N64 was about 5 years. And then GameCube was 5 years. It didn't used to be like that. They used to move on a lot faster. What's happening right now is that they can't put stuff out on the consoles that can actually run it. It's just not logistically they can't do it. And it really sucks because either it sucks if you can't afford one like me. I can't afford a new console. I don't have the money. But it also sucks if you can afford it, but they're not available. So they have to take those kinds of things into consideration when they make games now. It used to be just, you'd have a console for half a decade. It's like, you buy this when it comes out, and like games are going to come out for it for like, good games for like 5 years. They don't just like stop making games immediately, but like, you notice the really high-powered games. There's a lot less of them. And then eventually gets to the point where it's like the Wii, where it's like nothing but sports games come out on it. That's how it's always been, but now it's... The generations are taking longer because we're hitting a plateau with like graphical advancements. Games already look pretty realistic. I estimate the PS5 and Xbox Series X will be around for at least a decade. They're already kind of getting to the point where they really, the new generation really has abolished a lot of the problems with console gaming, which has always been load times and performance. Those have always been the worst things about gaming on console, and they got rid of it. They got rid of that. Like, games are targeting 60 FPS now, and they're also loading pretty much instantly. Like, this generation is a big change. Maybe not graphically, especially because most of the games still run at 1080p when you put them in performance mode. But they really have fixed a lot of the problems with gaming on console. Now, I give them that, but they're just not in a position where they can abandon the old consoles. It's just not possible right now. Cyberpunk was just the first of many. I think people don't realize that. The problem with Cyberpunk is they didn't show the PS4 and Xbox One versions. They didn't show it at all. They were hyping that game up on like $5,000 computers. And then it comes out on PS4 and it barely works. That's going to keep happening. They're pushing the consoles more than what they can give. It's just like anything else. Just like you can't push yourself too much. You can't work too hard. You can't do too much exercise. You can't eat too much. You always have to have like moderation. But like with game dev right now, they're like not doing that. They're still putting the games on the old consoles, and they can't run them. Or they can, but it's just a shitty experience. It's like sometimes it's better. Cyberpunk was a good example. Cyberpunk was like, yes, you can play it on your console you bought like 8 years ago, but it's terrible to play. It takes forever to load. It crashes. It's slow. It's like you can play it, but in the worst possible way, and it's not enjoyable. What's happening right now is they want to move on from them, but they can't. Unfortunately, they put out the new consoles like 3 months before the pandemic started, so that really fucked things up a lot. I would not be surprised if most of these games coming out now, they probably weren't even planning to put them on the old consoles, but the way things are currently going right now, they have to. I recommend anybody still gaming on the old consoles like me, definitely do your research. Let someone else cough up the $60 for a game. Don't buy it blindly. Even if, I mean, that was running pretty terribly, I have to admit. It was very blurry. It kept dropping frames. It felt a lot worse than Neo 2. I'm like, the game is fun. I'm definitely glad that I bought it. Just that little 20-30 minutes of it I played. I'm really going to enjoy that game. But I don't feel like playing it on there anymore. It's making me sick. Yeah, this is like the first time that a console generation has gone on this long. And I mean that in terms of big games still coming out for it. You know, the Wii was around for a long time, but it stopped getting good games about 5 or 6 years in. They stopped pretty quickly. Everybody started moving on to like PS3 and stuff because those lasted a little bit longer, and they had more power. I mean, there were still like 3DS games coming out until like a year or two ago. What happened? My internet is messed up right now. I'm switching to PGR right now. Or trying to. Let me see. downloading really slow. Oh, it got extended? Huh. Well, here, I'll set it up and I'll just talk to you guys for a bit. Let this download and then I'm gonna go to bed. Just give me a moment here. Gotta move things around. Uh, Probably the CPU. The CPU in the base PS4 is really bad. It's very, very weak. Also, it's running on a stock hard drive, so games like Cyberpunk that have to load a lot of data and stream it off the disk and stuff, uh, it gets a lot harder for it to do that. Yeah, I think something's wrong with my internet right now. Might be like this all night. Yeah, I can't even get into this right now. It's probably, they're probably doing like some weird maintenance or something. I can't even play this right now. God damn it. Ugh, now this fucking XSplit is frozen. I'll try this one more time and I'm just gonna go to bed. Something's wrong with the internet tonight. It's not the games, it's the internet.